Is there money involved in this?
You're not rocking with the best.
Late Night Luke.
All right, we're here with the new Late Night Luke. Thank you for tuning in, and we have our DJ duos here. We are talking today with Bassjackers and Sunnery, James and Ryan Marciano. What's up, everyone?
Hey, it's a party!
It's a party. So yeah, we've just been joking behind the scenes. Oh, so actually, Ralph has an 8-month-old daughter right now in his house. So
11, and she just went rogue on herself.
11 months even. There she is. His best production ever, people.
What's her name? Definitely true. Her name is Lauren.
Lauren.
Hi, Lauren.
Yes.
Lauren on camera already. Yeah, so he's just dipping in and out because he's taking care of his daughter as well. And so we have a fun episode. Actually, new in Late Night Luke is the poll we had with my followers, which is 18,000 people answering this poll. And yeah, so I'm just here trying to find out everything that's behind being a DJ duo. Obviously, I've not been a DJ duo myself ever, and I have all these questions. I actually wake up in the morning and think about, wow, if I would be a DJ duo, how would I do it?
Every morning, huh?
Almost every morning. So
First thing that pops in your head.
Yeah, no. So I'm just gonna in Dutch we say val in de deur met de deur in huis vallen. I'm just gonna fall with the door into the house.
Falling with a door in the house, yes.
Don't wipe er any doekjes om. Let's go.
And so I guess this question doesn't really count for Bassjackers. We'll find out their story soon. But Sunnery, James, and Ryan Marciano, do you ever do shows separately? Ever?
No. We started like single 2006-07. We started playing, and we did shows together, but also shows alone, like just alone. And then we found out that we had so much more fun playing together. So in 2008, we decided to do all the shows together, and that's actually when things were start getting serious for us. So so we decided to stick together, and now we're here.
At first, promoters didn't even like it. They were like, I need to book both of them. What's it going to cost me? And all those questions.
Only one
like,
win.
yeah. And yeah, it happened. And I think it's a very good decision we did it.
Yeah.
Yeah, obviously. But so this means that, say, if one of you is sick, then both of you don't come?
No, oh, that's what you mean. Oh, no, of course. That's I mean, we had it sometimes, like last year in the summer. I got really ill, and Ryan made it to a show in Germany, I think, big festival. He played alone, and he did it damn well. So I got a little anxious, like, yo, he can do this alone, you know. So I was a little bit like, no, but so that's also a benefit of being a DJ duo. You don't, if you can make it one day, if you're sick, you still have one half who can do the show. So that works out sometimes.
Yeah, I think it's interesting because Vinny Vici is typically like they're just doing that, right? It's just the two guys. I think one is in Brazil and the other is in Israel,
wherever.
Yeah, wherever, and they do like 160 shows in the summer separately or something.
I think that's a great business. That's a good business model, I think.
Yeah, we're gonna start doing this from next year. You know, we're gonna be Sunnery without Ryan. No one with Sunnery with Ryan. You know? Yeah, we made a mistake with our names. Yeah,
because I guess you wouldn't book just Vinny and put him on, or Vici, right? Yeah. And so with Bassjackers, you guys have always been separate, or have you actually been behind the DJ booth together?
I think we also made a mistake with our name. I mean, we're a duo, but one is the DJ and one is the producer, and sometimes it can be really confusing for someone if they don't really know a lot about that, like how we do that, and they only see me on stage. The most asked question is, where's Ralph?
Yes,
well,
but it's funny actually that Ryan just said that they got that they didn't want to pay for both of them, we actually, at first, we usually got the question, oh, so there's only one of you guys? Well, then we're only paying half.
No, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, that happened. That was the early days. Yeah, I mean...
That was in Holland, probably.
That was in Holland.
Yes.
That was in Holland.
Yes.
Ja, hij gaat niet voor betalen, hè? Nee. No, that happened. But I think at this point, most people know that it's going to be me on stage and Ralph in the studio. It took a while, though, to communicate that.
Yeah, so I was wondering about that. So then my question would be, can Ralph DJ?
I think he can. I think.
Like, have you ever tried?
I've seen him beat match at the studio and like bumping some tunes.
Yeah, but there's more to being a DJ than just beat matching, to be honest. No, I can definitely not DJ, not as well as all of you can. And it's way apart from producing. So I'm just a producer. I don't even like to DJ. And so I think the separateness of our jobs is good how it works. Don't put me on a big stage to DJ.
So I think that's an interesting statement. Obviously a statement that I love, Ralph, but in your world as a producer, what do you think then, apart from beat matching, is so special about DJing? From obviously we know, but from your point of view.
Oh, but it's kind of like, let's call it mass psychology. You got to feel what the crowd is doing, especially... let me rephrase. It's for, I know all you guys, you're really good at being a DJ. And being a DJ is much more than play a set that you had in mind. A DJ also feels what he can play for the different crowds. I mean, a VIP crowd in Vegas is definitely different from a main stage crowd on Tomorrowland. And for both of them, you have this bandwidth in which you can play your tunes, and it's up to you guys to feel what works. And I think that is the main or the most important part of being a DJ, knowing your crowd and know how to bring a certain song, because a good song can be killed by a very bad DJ.
You are preaching to the choir here. Like obviously we love hearing all this stuff. And hey, and Marlon, I was wondering this about you then. So Ralph is the producing part of Bassjackers. How are you with making tracks? Like, what is your experience with that?
When we just started Bassjackers, I was also producing. I was doing FL Studio, doing all that stuff. I never really had the patience, to be honest. Like, I would do something, I would get it, I know how everything works, but to be in a studio for a long time, like working on a loop over and over and over again, I just got impatient and I started something else. And I do have ideas, I do have a vision, I do know what works. Like, I know when Ralph produced something, I can already tell, okay, this would work for a crowd, this wouldn't work for a crowd. So I have that input from more from a DJ perspective, more knowing how something's gonna go down for a crowd and have a vision in that way. But like technically, I never really developed those skills any further. I still do edits, mashups, that kind of stuff. But when it comes to producing and sculpting sounds and synthesizing and mixing, yeah, I don't know any of it. I have to say I did start a little bit producing a little bit more in this situation because I just had a lot of time on my hands. And now I really respect those skills because it's so hard. Even though you have a lot of time, even you study and watch all the YouTube vids, it just takes time to train your ears to get those mixing skills. So yeah, props for that, and really happy to have Ralph on my side in this case. So
thanks, bro.
Sunnery, you had something to say about this.
No, I think because I don't know if everybody watched the documentary of Quincy Jones, amazing artist, and what Marlon is describing, it's part of the producing process. I think it's only not that technical, but I mean, that's one of the most important parts of producing, to know what you want, to know what you want to create. And maybe you're not technical, but I think you still can call yourself a producer. So how do you see that then? You're not an engineer, or you just don't know?
If you're gonna break it down into different categories of producer, you could say that in some cases I could be a co-producer.
Yeah.
But when I speak about producer, I talk about something that can someone that can make a track from A to Z, from starting the idea to mixing to everything to finishing the whole track. Yeah, let's say when I say producer, I mean a complete producer.
Yeah,
Like
okay.
Ralph.
But
Like,
also creative, because I think
also
you're a
creative.
producer.
And,
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Because I definitely did not have involvement in every track of ours. There's also tracks that Ralph created from A to Z. But whenever he had the time, or whenever Ralph needed and my input, or I would be around to give my input, it's always very welcome, because I'm the one that gets the feedback from the crowd. But there have been moments where Ralph just did everything, the whole track, and I would still test it and give feedback. But yeah, that's what I mean with a producer. Someone just can create the whole thing, start it, mix it, master it, whatever. And of course, all producers also produce, but I would never call myself a producer in that way.
Okay, clear.
So for everyone that's tuning in and has not seen Bassjackers, Marlon from Bassjackers is a stage animal. He loves being on stage. He loves performing. And so I guess, you know, the quarantine and the non-touring has been very difficult for you, Marlon, a different situation.
Yeah, I mean, the thing was, like, the first few weeks, actually, I was like, oh, this is kind of nice, get to spend some time at home, spend some more time with my girlfriend. But what I really do realize right now, I am made for the stage. I miss it a lot. Like, I really miss it. I miss the energy you get. At some point, I even missed sitting on a plane, like the whole process of going to a show, like the whole thing, you know? It's just like the anticipation, even like hearing the sound when you're backstage, like when you're about to go on stage, getting that feeling like, oh, it's about to go down. I miss everything about it. And I just can't wait to go back on stage. And it was also nice to like realize how much I miss it, because sometimes when you're touring a lot and you're really busy, you're kind of like in that roller coaster. You sometimes don't really appreciate it as much as you should, I guess. And now, right now, I'm just like, I can't wait to go back on tour, and yeah, I would appreciate the shit out of it. I can tell you that.
Yeah, same here. Again, you're preaching to the choir. I wanna ask Sunnery, James, and Ryan a question about this, about quarantine and about streaming in particular. Ryan, I remember you playing after me. I think it was for Tomorrowland on the stream, and it was.
You got an empty stage?
Man, my whole living room went crazy.
Yeah, it was really fun to do it. You know, when the whole quarantine started. Everyone was thinking about live streams and all that, and we did a couple. And then Tomorrowland, obviously, we came and asked, like, you guys want to do it? And I did it. I think I did it twice with Tomorrowland. One from my garden and one from the kitchen. And it was actually pretty nice, because you could also see on Zoom all the people watching, you know, and they were all like, you know, giving you your messages and stuff. In the beginning, it was kind of awkward because my neighbors were watching me like, what is this guy doing, you know? But to see have the feedback from the crowd back was actually really kind of nice.
Yeah, it's interesting. I've just done a vlog about pre-recorded live streams. And these Tomorrowland live streams were actually live. It was nice to have that interaction. And the way they set it up, they had a Zoom feed going on with Belgium, where you could directly speak to the MC. And so you could also see the comments coming by and the people dancing. And it was really, really next level. And so, but for like a quarantine, so you guys DJ together as well, though, Sunnery. You guys DJ together on a stream? You just did the sensation thing, right?
Yeah, we just did the sensation thing yesterday. It was quite funny because I mean, they told us how the results would be. But if you stand there without people, you're looking at a few mannequins like standing at doors watching you. It's tough to imagine a crowd in front of you. So it was really tough to get energy out of that. So we gave each other energy, and the result was very nice. I think we enjoyed to play together at DJ booth again, and I think the result was good. And I miss it though. I miss the energy on stage, what Marlon said, and to be there in an empty Cruijff Arena. It was very confronting. That like, wow, actually at this moment we should have partied with 40,000 people. To be honest, to reach like almost 1 million people with this stream. So in that case, you have more engagement, but it was still crazy to stand there in an empty stadium playing music for nobody.
No, I agree. I think it's the saddest thing when you see DJs performing like indeed for an empty living room. But I've done a couple of streams as well where you're actually in a club and the sound system is on and the lights are on, and then they zoom the camera to the dance floor and it's like.
And you were like
exactly like our first few shows.
Yeah.
But I don't know if you guys agree. Even if I play alone, like in my room, and I still feel the energy. I love to play. It's like I love to play music. So in that case, we still can do what we want, but there are no people out there. No, you don't have that. I mean, who's still playing without like you playing every day? You're playing now and then.
When I play for myself, it's a different way of playing though. I get more into my zone instead of like when you're playing for a crowd, trying to interact with the crowd and party together. I can just really go into the music, and it might seem a little more like introverted kind of thing. Like I'm just really in the vibe. And when you're playing with a crowd, you're like really like addressing the crowd, looking at the crowd, interacting with the crowd. And this is also a little bit weird with the live stream, because I do a lot of live streams from my living room, and I kind of like flip the switch where I still would bring that energy because I know there's people watching. I just pretend they're there, but you don't feel the actual energy because they're not there. You know what I mean? So I'm trying to give my everything because I know they're watching, but it just feels different. But I can definitely also play for myself and get in the zone. But when I do a live stream, I have in mind that there's a crowd. So
you have to. You have to. And that's what I think with Luke. When we first started playing, like we played like little clubs and we went to shows of Laidback Luke, he always was interacting with the crowd. That's what I remember of you, Luke. You're always busy with looking what's going on in the crowd. So, I mean, I want to ask you something, because you still out here. You look like 18 years old, 25 years old, maybe max, and you're doing this for a long time. When you got in, who inspired you, like as a DJ? Like, not only because you're an amazing producer, but as a DJ, who inspired you?
Oh, thank you. Yeah, so maybe, and for people that don't know these names, maybe look them up. So I got inspired by Jeff Mills, Bad Boy Bill, Frankie Bones. Gotta give a shout out to Frankie Bones, Dave Clark, and then the Dutch DJs as well. Miss Monica. Yeah, and DJ Remy used to be the tightest in like pitch mixing. You'd never ever hear him skip a beat or miss a beat. He was always on point, and through him and being obsessed with him, he used to ride the pitch, and he would just stand there as a statue, right? He would just stand there, but no beat was missed. So yeah, all these people, really, yeah.
Yeah, they wouldn't even push the wheel. They just hand on the pitch, throw it in, chuck, chuck. Done.
And then he was locked on, and you wouldn't hear it. Hey, I have a surprise. I have the Nervo sisters coming in. This actually answers one of the poll's questions, maybe, which I'm going to get into right after I welcome them here. Let's admit them. Wow, can't believe they made it.
You actually have them in the studio there?
Yeah, right?
Hang on. Givers, how do I do this? Start.
Hello.
Yay! Hi guys! Yay! Oh my god, I fell asleep. Hang on, you've accepted on both computers now, so let me turn this one off.
How nice is this? You can actually fall asleep now.
This one on. Great. Yeah.
What up, Liv? What up?
I miss you. I'm so sorry. I'm being totally honest. I fell asleep and never thought I'd sleep 3 hours in the day. And I literally just woke up and was like, I'm so sorry, guys.
That's all good. Thank you for coming through. So
I just didn't think I'd sleep so long. I'm just not used to sleeping in the day that much. How are we?
That's mom life, I guess, right? This is like your sleep you're catching up on. So yeah,
baby in the background.
yeah, exactly. Ralph's baby.
Oh yeah.
11-month-old baby. 11-month-old baby is in the background. His best production ever. I keep on saying it.
It is.
Of course, we all know, except for Marlon.
Yeah, now that I know.
Last one.
Yeah. Who knows? Who knows?
So is Mim joining us?
She's actually just run down to get those 6 pieces so we can play the game.
Oh, nice. Okay, cool. So I'll hold out on the game momentarily. So I have a question for you, Liv. So apparently in 2015 you wanted to do a Steve Aoki thing. Do you remember what that was, or should I clarify more?
Was it was it a cake? Did I want to be caked?
It had to do with a cliff in Ibiza.
Oh, yeah. Wow, was that a fail? Yeah, it broke my back doing a cliff jump in Ibiza. So don't do this at kids' home. Don't do this at home, kids, I should say. Yeah, crazy. I still remember that.
And so
I'm afraid of heights, and we were a whole group of us. We took a boat out with the Mambo brothers, and we thought, why not go jumping? So we did. I got to the top, and of course, when I got to the top, I was so scared. I was like, I don't want to jump, guys. Please don't make me. And somebody was like, no, you have to, because I think Kaz James was DJing at Mambo, so it was quicker to jump than to walk all down the cliff. So in the end, I did jump, and I was so tense when I hit the water that I actually broke my back.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa.
And I was in a what do they call them? Those splint things for the whole summer.
Holy shit.
And
But you're fully recovered now, right?
Yeah, I am, but still now, like not now, but every now and then, because I broke the back quite up high, like it was here, but towards the back. So it wasn't my lower back. And still, look, everyone's
Hi,
She's here.
I'm so sorry. Oh my God.
Hey.
I'm so sorry. Apologies.
Thank you for joining us.
Oh my God, how cool are these backgrounds? Ryan, that's a real background.
Everyone's a real, except for Luke.
I just did it for you guys. Is
Is that your wallpaper? Like your house wallpaper? Because obviously your girlfriend chose that.
I think he's in his kid's room right now.
I'm in my son's room.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'm on the road.
Where are you going, Sunnery?
I have a driver with me here.
And hi guys! Wow, you really do. Your kids are so quiet and well behaved. Look at that.
You know what's gonna happen. You know.
I need to get some tips. Look at you guys, are like the model family. I swear to God.
Yeah.
I just got the pieces of paper.
Hey, good work, Mim. So where I was going with this was that you did make it out to Tomorrowland in 2015, but then Mim, hey, look at that background.
That's the background I normally have.
Nice.
No,
And so Mim, you ended up performing on your own though at Tomorrowland, right? When Liv broke her back.
Her back. No, it wasn't Tomorrowland. I don't know. There was a summer where Liv broke her back. Where after she broke her back, I had to do a few gigs on my own. Yeah, it was. You played Sunrise, didn't you? You played a festival on your own.
I can't really remember, guys. It was so long ago.
But do you remember how it was DJing on your own? How was that for you?
A bit nerve-wracking at the beginning, but then it's fine. After the first 3-4 mixes, I think it's fun. It's not as much fun. I think it's the best thing about DJing with Liv, especially now, because we've been DJing together for so long, that, you know, if I'm blanking on a record or whatever, Liv will be able to pick it up. So, and we just have fun. If we're super exhausted, or if, you know, if something's gone wrong, it's always great to have someone with you, I think.
Yeah, Marlon and Luke, hats off to you guys for just always doing it yourself, like that moment of blanking. What do you guys,
have you guys had that nightmare where you forget, you know, the record's running out and you don't know what record to play next?
I lived that nightmare.
Oh boy.
The nightmare is me being very mad, saying, "Why did you do this?"
It was a show where it was acceptable. Everybody was pretty much drunk, including me, and we were having fun and having shots. And then, I think the record's. Yeah, it's finished. Okay, well, I'm gonna play another one.
I mean, it never happens, but when I play alone, I always have a folder with an emergency folder. So these are tracks you always can put on. You know, like if you don't know it anymore, choose that folder you can pick like blindly. This track will work.
Have you ever been so drunk that you've played the same record like a second time in the set? Yeah. and that happens to us a few times, and we're both, so one of us is always a little bit less drunk, and I'm like, no, we played that record.
I swore Black and Blue. I'm like, we have not played it. I
go in for the kill right before she's loading up or even mixing in. I'm like, no.
We did those like 4 or 5 hour sets in Ibiza last summer, and like in the end of like the last 4 weeks when you got like, wow, this summer it takes long.
Yeah.
You drink a little bit more in the DJ booth, and then you play some records 2 or 3 times because you just like them. And nobody cares.
Records.
Yeah.
It's not because you're drunk. It's just a great record. You want to hear it all night long.
Exactly. That's it.
I did have it that I was mixing in a track. Something happened with the cue points, and I realized while mixing in that I already played it. I'm like, oh no, I already played it. And then you have to like find the other one and play the other one, and then you know you miss your cues, and the mix takes a very long time, and everybody's waiting for the next one.
No, but that's what you think. People are enjoying themselves. You just have to
play. But they're all staring at me. Where's the next track?
I know the lighting guy. Liv was like, we played that record before, didn't we? And I was like, no, we didn't. He's like, yeah, you did.
Or when you play a track and then the other one goes like, no, he's playing after us, you know, like, you know, you play a Laidback Luke track and he's gonna play after you.
Look, we had this with you. I don't know.
Yeah, so many times, bro.
Luke, this time Luke was killing it with all the records in Holland. He had like all the hits. And we played, I think, Salsa Lounge and we played a record of you. You don't even remember, I think. And then we played the last record, and you came on in the DJ booth. And I'm like,
yeah.
I'm sorry. And you were like, it's fine. I'm like, oh, yeah, it's fine.
Yeah,
it happens.
I've done that with Martin Garrix once at a festival in Sweden, and we still joke about it. Literally every time I see him,
it was like, because it was a mashup and it wasn't
labeled,
and it wasn't our mashup.
Yeah,
so we didn't really know it was his track, and then it was. His tour manager came running on.
Yeah,
and he was after us, going, "That's Martin's opening record."
My God.
But actually, that's where we found out that Luke was a real guy, because we had it with some other DJ one time in the beginning of our career, and the guy was so mad at us and never spoke to us, never looked at us. and Luke was just, happens, and you played nice, and he was very, very nice. That's Luke.
That's good to hear. I'm so happy to hear that. So I'm going to take this onto another level. So get your papers ready, please. We're going to go into the poll. Liv and Mim, this was a very successful poll. 18,000 people voted on all the answers. So this is a fun little thing. So you are going to try and guess what the people thought. So I'm going to ask you this question, and you're going to think what the people answered for you.
1 second, I need to get a pen. Give me 1 second.
Okay.
And are Liv and I doing this as a together team, or are we doing it separately?
You can do it as a together team, as the duo that you are. That's no problem.
Fabulous. Okay, 2 lines are always better than 1.
Yeah, so while they write this down, I am going to tell you about my reoccurring dream in regards to tracks ending and not knowing which other track to play. I've had this dream many times, but even to a point where it's like, for some reason I was in the crowd and the track was playing in the DJ booth and the track was about to run out and I couldn't make my way through the people out to the booth, and it was like, it was a 10-minute walk or something, and
what were you doing in the crowd?
I have no clue. Maybe going to the bathroom.
I had that dream where you go into record box and it's just not where it's supposed to be. It wasn't there. Go into the other folder, it's not there. Go back to that folder where I know it is, and then it's not there. And I just play another track, but it doesn't load.
Yeah, I have that in real life, though. It's like, I swore I put it here, but nowhere to be found.
Great
You
stuff.
can make it try. Yeah.
Okay, you guys ready?
They said
So mind you, these are very random questions, but that might be fun. Okay, who has the longest skincare routine? Or the most elaborate, I guess, right? Okay, just hold up your paper if you think you know what the crowd answered. Who has the longest skincare routine?
Oh, wait. Sorry, I need to take this virtual.
Okay, Ryan says Marlon.
Hold on.
Marlon says Sunnery. Whoa, we got 2 Lukes here. Ralph and Sunnery say Luke.
Sorry.
And then we're just waiting for the Nervos.
Here we go.
Is my thing the other way?
What does it say? I can't see it.
Is mine...
Sunnery, okay. Wow.
Because he has the best skin on the planet.
Wow.
You look way too young.
It must be a secret.
And he's married to a supermodel who must have the best trick. So.
Actually, I wanna get into that. So the number 1 answer is Nervo. 45%. Yeah, girls, and now you're looking all like, we just woke up like this.
Oh my God! Well, thank you, thank you.
Hey, second is my name. That's wow. And then Sunnery and Ryan number 3 and Bassjackers number 4, aka Bassjackers don't look like anything.
No, they're like.
It's true.
He doesn't need a skincare routine. He looks like a bed.
I know. So let's ask that to Sunnery, because he's just sitting next to his wife right now. Some people would think that you get all the best potions out there, right?
Yeah.
I must admit, she has like a whole how many things you have? Like, ask her.
Surely you take care of his skin, doubts.
The products.
I think Doubtson's so beautiful she doesn't actually need a
She doesn't hear you. She doesn't hear you.
True,
But
right?
she has to be honest, I use still Nivea.
Classic.
Same thing, I think.
No, real. I don't even know what that is.
You can use it for anything. You can use it for anything.
And to be honest, I just wash my face with green soap every day, and that's it, actually.
Green soap?
Pretty basic.
Green soap.
Green tea.
Yeah.
Oh.
Me? Oh my God, I do nothing.
Green soap.
Green soap. Try it.
You do nothing, Mim?
Nothing.
Wow.
I do nothing, but just recently somebody said rosehip oil was good. So now, every now and then, when I remember, do you have rosehip?
Oh, wait. Sorry, it was olive soap. Sorry.
Olive soap.
Oh.
Yeah.
I was about to scrub my skin on my face.
Look, we take off our makeup and that's about it. That's our beauty routine.
That's fascinating. I often get chased by my wife as well, because I have no skin routine whatsoever, and she's always there like to try and put some lotion on me after shower or whatnot. And obviously you see me in my vlog with all chapped lips. I really don't do anything. Okay, so keeping it personal here. Next question: who snores the most? What did the audience think?
Oh wow.
Who did the audience think? Yeah, okay. Oh.
Who snores the most?
Really?
I think that's Ryan.
Okay, I see Sunnery saying Ryan, Marlon saying Ryan, and then Nervo say Olivia, Liv.
Yeah.
And Ralph says Sunnery. And the crowd thought it was Marlon. 46%. Yeah.
Because I always sleep. Maybe that's why.
He is loud, to be honest.
Second, Sunnery, James, and Ryan Marciano. So I don't know if they could pick, right? Either Ryan or Sunnery. And then
Ryan,
third,
I
the
think
Nervos.
Ryan.
Okay, because obviously you've heard him snore many times, right?
I love hearing people snore. It means they're in a nice deep sleep.
I agree with you. My kids snore like me, and whenever they sleep next to me and I hear them snore, I'm like, oh, it's beautiful.
The happy.
That's a weird fetish. That's a really weird fetish. Really.
Hey, I heard a rumor that Bassjackers kick drums are based on Marlone's snores. How about that?
Oh, really?
Only farts. We only do farts. No snoring.
They have more punch.
More sub. That's sub from a fart. I love it.
Okay, so I've one more question before we continue this conversation. As Ryan, there he is. Ryan's back.
Sorry.
Okay, I think witnessing today, we can answer this question all together. But what did the crowd answer to? Who always keeps everyone waiting?
Woo! Fair enough. Fair enough.
Nervos.
Normally, we're very punctual, I will say.
Okay, hey. Rob says live and mim. Both Bassjackers say live and mim. And Sunnery says Sunnery. How about that? Nervo says Nervo. And Ryan is late.
Waiting in what kind of way?
Just always too late, Ryan. Who's always too late?
Being punctual.
Wow, look at that. Wow. So I am certain Ryan has a couple of really juicy stories for us about Sunnery waiting on Sunnery. Did you ever miss flights, for instance?
A tour manager when we have a pickup. So we have a 10, like a 9 p.m. pickup, usually in the lobby. He tells Sunnery 8:30.
Yeah.
So that's a half hour.
How many flights have you missed, Sunnery?
Zero.
I don't believe that.
I'm just good with time. Everybody's so stressed. I know exactly what time I should walk in.
It's the skin cleaning. The skin. It's the time for the skin.
So I have it too. I have it too, where I actually let my management lie to me, and they give me Luke time, and Luke time is always 15 minutes. But it's crazy how that goes in life. Like, even when I try and be on time, I'm still 15 minutes late. Something happens last minute, and it's just how time functions.
But we should be honest. Those people around us working with us, they always take so much time, they're like, yeah, we should be there like 2 hours before and wait for 2 hours and all that. You don't want to, you guys know, you don't want to wait.
Yeah.
Right?
Big time. Yeah.
I'm always early. I wake up as a manager.
Wow, you wake up your tour manager.
I'm pretty
We don't really travel with a tour manager, but I'm always early because I don't want to stress in the last minute. I don't want to get to the venue like 5 minutes before the set. I just want to be there and, chill a little bit.
I like the rush. I hear you, but I like the rush from, maybe you're going to be late. You jump in the DJ booth and you hyped up.
No, I don't.
Also because I toured a lot by myself, and I just, whatever would happen, I would always want to make the show no matter what. I would always be early at the airport, early for the pickup, to have a backup plan. I would do everything just early so we would never miss a show, because I was the only one that I could count on in that case.
Yeah.
So,
I like that.
Yeah.
Wait, so I didn't give you the crowd's results, right? The crowd actually said Nervo on the first place, and then Bassjackers second, me third, and then Sunnery, James, and Ryan Marciano are always on time according to the crowd.
Well, let me tell you, we are always
on time. We're almost on time.
Except for today.
Except for today.
Where do you? We're like always on time.
Is anyone else in COVID just totally like
losing time?
Yeah, I am missing appointments. Because I'm not on it. I'm not on that schedule that we used to be.
True. Very true.
Yeah. Same here. I saw a tweet yesterday. Someone said, wow, March seems to be such a long month. I kind of agree. It's strange how this year has just not been, March, April, May, June, July. It's crazy to think about.
How are we all
Thanks,
have you guys already spoken about it? How are you all going? Is anybody hearing when we're back? Like there's apparently 2 bookings in August that are still going for us. And there looks like there might be 1 in September, but that's it right now.
We had a couple, but we still have something in France. I think it's Club Hope in Toulouse. You heard about it?
Yes, that's us too. The festival. Great. I'll see you there.
Yeah. There, and then something in South America, but I don't see that happening.
Yeah, we've got something in Spain, and then the Toulouse festival thing. I just don't know how it's going to happen.
See, I'm stuck. I'm stuck in the United States, and I just had the 4th of July weekend. I did 2 shows, very socially distant and that sort of thing, taking all precautions. But it was wild, like performing in front of a crowd again, to actually like look up and see smiling faces at you and that sort of thing, and crowd interaction. It's different now.
Socially distanced, Luke. Was everyone 1.5 meters away from each other?
Yeah, it's a sort of like they sell a table, and you should stay at the table type of deal.
So it's like a China.
Yeah, almost like that. Yeah, but it was more than the crowd in my living room, so I was already happy.
I'm jealous.
Yeah, I know.
Me too.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, we actually, I'm saying we always do. We played a sports event, so people could work out to our music, which is actually a pretty good match, to be honest. But we were really happy to do it, and that's weird, because we had so much shows, and then sometimes there were the big shows, even 10,000 people, and it was like normal. But now you're playing in front of 100 sporty type of people. And then it was like, oh, this was so much fun. We should do it again. Did you see that guy and that girl? And that's so weird. But it's nice to have that reset, that you're actually happy with the little things again.
Yeah. I know I saw you guys at Tomorrowland. I didn't see Luke, but I know Sunnery and Ryan were there as well. So we've done that, and that's it.
Now we're back in Belgium.
We're actually back in Belgium for the Tomorrowland guys, doing an interview thing for them. But that's it.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it.
We're actually going to have a summer like normal people, guys.
So, and how's that?
But then the other question, we're talking about missing the shows. Of course, we all do, but at the same time, you also feel like a little bit like, oh wow, you can rest a little, you can think about stuff, right?
Hi, Papa.
Oh.
Wow, was that a first? We got a premiere here.
She only says Papa. I tried to learn her Mama, because then when something's wrong, she would cry out for Mama. That backfired.
Gorgeous. Shall I go get our little girl? She's in the room next door.
Oh yeah,
you
good.
can if you want. Go
We
ahead.
can be friends.
Yeah, you just wait, guys. It's
So while Mim and Liv are getting their girls, so I want to continue trying to find out the pros and the cons of being a DJ duo. So you guys, hey, look at that, more babies!
Say Papa, Papa, Papa. Stage fright. Also not a DJ.
Oh, your uncle. These are your uncles.
Wow.
Kijk.
And another baby.
Yes, that's a baby. He's too alive now, guys. Yeah, we've got
That's right.
next door.
That's right, schatje.
That's incredible.
It's
Nice.
amazing, right?
Hey, she's waving. Look at this. Hey.
Hi.
How old are they now? How old are they?
She's waving. Mine's 17 months, this one, Ithaca. And mine's 14 months. 14 months.
Oh.
Wow.
3 months
Cool.
apart. Wow.
Only
They look
3 months.
awesome.
Yeah, I mean, they're just such a joy. This has been the wonderful thing in quarantine, being with the babies the whole time.
Yeah.
Doesn't like, oh, there are your babies. Oh, wow. Sunnery.
Only one. It's my mom.
Oh, yeah, obviously. Oh,
They've
yes.
got 2.
But, oh, sorry, the person on the far right, I couldn't see it. But, I mean,
Hiya.
honestly,
Hey.
I remember when your first was born. Me too. Sunnery. I know, they're in the computer. Can you say hi? Say hi.
Hi.
What languages do you speak to your kids, guys?
You speak in Dutch or?
Dutch and Frisian and Suriname.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
We're speaking English and Spanish to our little one.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
that's good.
And she's already, now she goes, hi, and she goes, hola. She said,
Oh, that's awesome.
That's
yeah,
impressive.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun to see you let me on.
Hola, guapa.
I remember you were always like, when are you going to slow down and have some babies? Well, here we go.
Hey, here we go. And slowing down in the meantime, even.
Not slowing down.
Oh, well, due to COVID. Yeah.
God, the pandemic took us to slow down. But yeah, what Sunnery was saying, you're right. It's nice to have a break.
Yeah.
It's good. It's great, actually.
Hey, I got a question for all you touring peeps.
Yeah.
When it's not a question for Marlon. His fate has been decided. But when things go back to normal, will you be more like, okay, I'm not doing that show or nothing, be more picky, or maybe tone down the amount of touring, or maybe give you some new insights, not have the hectic summers as you had?
Sorry, you're breaking up. Say that again. I'm sorry, I didn't hear that.
Will you was I breaking up for everybody?
Only for me, I think.
Yeah.
Will you tone down the touring amount after things go back to normal? Now you have the new insights about being at home.
Yes.
Yes?
We love bringing the babies on the road with us. But I think it will be different actually it won't be different. On weekends, they can always come with us.
Right before COVID, Ryan and I asked our agency already to slow down for this year. COVID helped a lot with that, but not that we're gonna look at what we get the most energy out of the shows where we get the most energy out. That's what we want to try to focus on. Because I have 2 kids at home. Amazing family. So I just want to focus on that a little bit more. Don't stop playing, but just focus on the shows what we like. So
that's cool.
So a little less, yeah.
Yeah, that's actually awesome to hear.
For me, it's changed in the sense of that I used to have this idea of shows that I liked and shows I didn't like, but right now I'm just willing to do everything. Really, I'm just happy to be out there and play in front of people. So I'm hungry actually. So my kids are big. My oldest son is 19. My youngest son 17. My daughter is 6. I got the 3 kids. But yeah, I came to realize in COVID that I do actually love all of this, and I do actually love the traveling. And like Marlon said, like you get more appreciation, I think, for the things that you obviously now miss during COVID.
Yeah. Of course, you're missing the shows, but I think I come to a point where I realized that. Oh, look here at that. I came to the point where we came to the point where we realized that we can balance it more out. Like, we can't be on tour every week anymore. And we did that before. I mean, we love playing. But every week on tour now is something.
Yeah. Makes sense, right?
Yeah.
So I'm here to find out the pros and cons of being a DJ duo, and right now I actually want you guys to sell being a DJ duo to me. Maybe you convince me to become a DJ duo with Afrojack or something. If your plea is great.
Don't do that.
So what am I missing out on?
Ryan,
being on tour together. I would not do this by myself, because when we're on tour together, not even doing shows, it's a lot more fun. Even you're sitting in an airport and waiting for a plane for hours. We'll still have fun. Always, we still always have fun. And for me, that's the number one thing.
Of course, companionship.
Yeah.
Same here.
So if you haven't had sleep because you're on a grueling touring schedule. If you haven't had sleep and there's someone next to you who hasn't had sleep as well, you're just not as angry. Yeah.
Exactly.
I think if you look at our situation, for you, being in a duo would definitely mean that you would have more time either for producing or touring, so you can just focus on one task at hand. How we do it. It's a different setup though. Like, it's not like we're not a DJ duo. We're a duo. But that could be an advantage for you. Just focus on one thing and have someone else taking care of the other part.
You do more music than us. You definitely release probably 4 times the amount of music, so it works for you guys. Yeah.
And it's also when you have like amazing shows, but then you have like a bad show, things didn't really work out how you wanted. You still have someone that you can talk about. You know, you're not alone thinking about, oh my god, that went wrong. So
I think that's one of the benefits. Definitely, that's definitely one of the best benefits of being a duo too. You could talk about stuff. It's hard to decide everything on your own. And okay, I'm being interrupted right now.
That's okay. That's all good.
I remember speaking to Chris Lake years ago, and because he doesn't enjoy touring on the road by himself, and he just couldn't wait to get back home the second the gigs were done. And I get it, and that was at the beginning.
Yeah,
when we started touring, we were like, "What do you mean?" Because Liv and I were obsessed with hotels every night. I'd never get sick of hotels, guys.
No.
I love having a freshly clean made bed. I mean, that is just a luxury. Now with the babies as well, we would never let them roam free without their nappies on a bed at home. But when you're at a hotel, it's like they love it, they make mess, and you don't have to clean it up. So that's a big plus. But I remember speaking to Chris because at that moment we were loving touring.
Man, he should just go back to back with Fisher then, right? New DJ duo. Here we go.
Yeah, he's basically been doing that, I think.
Okay. Yeah. Nice. And so, obviously, there's drawbacks. What's the cons of being a DJ duo then?
There's also challenges.
You get sick of each other.
Yeah, but also partners. So, especially when one has a partner.
Oh yeah, boyfriend.
Yeah, and family. You have to. Sunnery and Ryan, you guys know about that. You have family time.
Yeah.
Where you have to spend time with your families. Different families are never going to demand the same thing. So you've got the pressures of 2 different partners demanding what they need and how to make that work in your work life. It's really hard. Yeah.
What do you talk about?
I think Ryan and I are
sharing the money. You need to share the money. Come on. That's the business.
Yeah, but it's not about that. Fine. It's about.
I think for me, even for you guys are sisters. You are sisters, but Ryan and I, we kind of brothers. So I think it's not even comparable to DJ duos who just start together because they wanted to have success as a DJ duo. We started this because we were friends and we know each other forever. So it's more like I'm playing with my brother for years. So we don't have real issues. If we have issues, we fight, and it takes like 10 minutes, and we laugh again. So we know each other that much. We just know when we get like annoyed. So I can read Ryan's face. Oh, today is a day like this. I leave him alone.
I think it's fascinating. I really want to ask this question. Speaking about sharing the money, so do you have a shared bank account for that, or is it just like everything goes in half and?
Oh well, Liv and I are quite embarrassing. We still share everything. Separated. We have the same email address. We have the same bank account.
And we still, every dollar, half with each other's. We need to separate our, money now that we've got families. We haven't done it yet. That's a COVID, project.
And see, for Bassjackers,
not sharing my bank account with Marlon.
Is there money involved in this?
Yeah, I remember speaking to Demi and Mark about this.
Mute.
And they were like, absolutely not. Because Liv and I have very similar spending habits. So if I want to go out shopping, well, not anymore, but yeah.
Okay.
I think Ryan would have killed me already.
Yeah, so you guys have like a joint tour bank account that you pay for like meals on the road and all that kind of stuff probably. And then, but you don't do your shopping you don't do your shopping together.
No, Ryan would have killed me, yeah.
Yes, Liv and I still do, but that
Yeah.
was
How does it work for you for Bassjackers? So because obviously the touring and the producing, that's different forms of income, right?
Yeah, but we just share everything. You won't get any arguments about it, and we're in it both for the same amount and the same effort and the same drama and the same loving times. And you either go full partner or else you will get some weird situation every time.
Totally.
Yeah.
What's amazing about you guys is you also have a great trust, because Marlon will be on the road and he's trusting that you're in the studio working your ass off as well. So I think that's really good.
Well, it's really easy to check if I do it. If you just check the Spotify, and if there's nothing new coming on, something's off.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, so it's all plus. If I wouldn't send him some new tunes, he would be like, dude, this track is getting old. Yeah.
But the
You've
thing
all
is,
seen him hang like a flag.
Even if there wouldn't be any new music, I would still, with Ralph, I would still know he would be busting off his ass in the studio. Like, you cannot force creativity, but I know he will always give 100%. So.
Yeah, and the same goes for touring. I know how hard it can be, and it's so there's no. I think the fun thing is we can do both really what we like, and that's the main importance. And let's not focus on the negativity.
And you work at what you're good at as well.
Yeah, definitely.
Exactly.
So Ryan, question for you. Have you ever been in the DJ booth and Sunnery played an absolutely ridiculous track that was the wrong choice, and did you get mad at him for that?
Well, he probably did. I don't really remember, because I'm always the one that do this, but I actually do it on purpose. So.
On purpose?
Actually, as Sunnery did.
Oh yes, I'm gonna tell you a story about. We were playing at Ibiza last summer. Like, it was I think the last night, and we had an amazing set, 4 hours, and then we got really drunk.
Yeah.
And Ryan started playing Chris Mavis.
Oh.
And the whole crowd was jumping, and I'm like.
So for everyone tuning in, that's Dutch folklore carnival, Dutch singing music.
And it went well?
Of course.
I mean, Ryan sings. There was a lot of, it was like 5 o'clock. There was like a lot of Dutch people inside.
That's great.
That's a real DJ. That's a real DJ.
He walked out.
Over. And I was done. I'm like, come on.
He was like, what are you doing, man? Why are you doing this?
Yeah, Liv and I do that sometimes. We have sometimes very different opinions on where we want to go. Yeah. And it is a battle. Sometimes I'll be like, just let me, and then I'll do it. Sometimes it will fail, and sometimes it will go well.
Yeah, but I think Ryan and I, we do it on purpose, like just to fuck each other up sometimes. Just to play something he doesn't like, and then you don't like this record. I know, I love it. So it happens.
That's so mean.
Okay, I'm gonna do another round of poll questions here. I got 3 more of you, not really heavy ones, but let's ask you this. So who do you think the crowd chose? Who is most likely to kill someone accidentally? What did the crowd say?
What the crowd would think.
Actually, like kill someone?
Right? Accidentally.
Sunnery says Ryan. Marlon says Marlon.
I mean, that's just a very strange question. Liv thinks us.
Oh, Liv thinks Nervo. Ralph thinks Luke. Ryan thinks...
Yeah, Luke. Yeah. Definitely Luke.
Accidentally, even.
Well, Liv was
saying... I mean, you have the Kung Fu going.
I guess. Yeah. Okay, so number 4 was me. Number 3 was Olivia. I don't know why specifically Olivia. Number 2 was Ralph. And number 1 was Ryan. Ryan, you're the bad guy.
Up there.
Marlon is not in there. No, you're too...
Why? That's...
I know, right?
Wow.
Sunnery, you're muted. You're muted. Sunnery.
Oh, they see Ryan. They see you.
Sunnery, tell us about it.
Ryan's a very loving guy, but if he touches wrong buttons, he can be very. He can, accidentally, he can do something that makes you go down.
I just.
No, how do I say this? I mean, don't f wrong with Ryan. That's what it is.
Okay, so
It's not true. It's not true.
So this might actually be true. I think it's because of Sunnery. Sunnery is always the smiley one, and then Ryan is always serious, and it's just the hair going like this.
Like,
Maybe he can kill someone with his hair accidentally.
Well, I need to change my attitude, man.
Okay, so this one. Who is the best athlete? What did the crowd say?
Yeah, come on, that's easy. That's easy.
Hey, so mind you, Sunnery, I don't know about Ryan, but Sunnery is extremely fit as well, right? So Sunnery says Luke, Ryan says Marlon, Marlon says Sunnery, and Ralph says Marlon and Luke, and then the Nervo say Sunnery and Ryan. Okay, so
I think Marlon is also very fit, actually.
Yeah.
Sorry.
The crowd said number 4, Nervo. Oh no, sorry, wrong question, but still, Nervo number 4, Bassjackers number 3, Sunnery and Ryan number 2, and Luke first. But
again, the Kung Fu.
no, that's just marketing, you guys. Not the Kung Fu is marketing, but people don't know about how fit Marlon is. So actually, I want to put my number 1 spot out there to Marlon.
But take off your hoodie. Take off your hoodie, Marlon. Come on.
But if you do Marlon, how fit Marlon is, and then me, the third place.
Right, the average of that.
Yeah.
No, Marlon's fat percentage is under 10% the whole year round. I'm certain. Yeah.
I mean, I've been sitting at home for quite a while, so you know.
Sitting at home doing keto. No, show them the rings you have. I don't think we showed them the rings you have.
Athletic rings.
Sex swing.
Has what? I thought this was athletic rings. So yeah, no, that's
a calisthenics workouts. So it's all like body weight workout. I've been getting into it because I wanted to work out on tour a lot. And then when I got more into it, I still needed equipment. So it kind of beats the purpose. But I love learning the calisthenics skills, and it keeps you pretty strong and fit. So having fun with it.
Yeah, Marlon does crazy things, and we used to do the workouts at Miami Winter Music Conference. Together, the calisthenic workouts, and what this guy does is incredible. Why I'm saying, it's marketing is because people always know about me, because I always say Kung Fu athlete, Kung Fu athlete, Kung Fu athlete. But Marlon is like a calisthenics athlete. That's for sure.
Keep it a secret, and then when I go to the beach and take my shirt off, I was like, whoa, what's happening?
Chisel.
Where did that come from?
Okay, and so as I round this off, I have one more question. Last question here on this late night. Who has the weirdest request on their rider?
We have G-strings. That's pretty weird.
Gotta answer first. Who do you think the crowd? Who do you think the crowd said? Okay, Sunnery says Nervo. Ralph says Ryan. Ryan says Mim and Liv as well. Nervo says Nervo, and Marlon says Sunnery and Ryan. Well, we'll first find out what the crowd said. The crowd said 4th, Nervo.
Oh, okay.
Luke, number 3. Sunnery and Ryan, number 2. And Bassjackers, number 1.
Wow. We have actually the most boring rider there is, I think. There's nothing crazy on it. Like nothing.
Nothing on there.
Nothing crazy.
Nothing crazy.
Nothing.
And food.
No sex swings. In the dressing room.
I might add that after Hat starts touring again.
Yeah, I can't talk out loud now about that, but I think you should bring something in your rider.
So we have we actually, because sometimes we're on the road for like 3 or 4 months at a time, literally.
Not 4 months, 3 or 4 weeks, but not months.
Sometimes. Well, we'll have a little bit.
We ask for G-strings
and socks.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we learned that from Steve. That's amazing because we used to
Steve
carry
Aoki.
around so much dirty washing.
Yeah.
And now we actually request baby wipes for the babies.
That's
That's
not
awesome,
too bad,
actually.
right? But we don't care when it comes to, what type of vodka or tequila or anything like that, or beer. Actually, beer, yeah, just not Bud Light.
I love Bud Light.
So
Oh shit!
sometimes,
Yeah, I love Bud Light. What's wrong with it?
No, is that the one that we
it's
don't?
disgusting.
It's the one in the can bottle.
Yeah, the blue can.
Oh yeah, the.
Luke, what do we have on your rider, Luke?
me? No, it's the same as Bassjackers. Actually, you'd be surprised that I have a bunch of alcohol on there, which I don't drink at shows, but it's usually for the people, the entourage, right? So that you don't need to hustle for any drinks for them, so they have drinks. But no, not even underwear, or not even people know I'm addicted to Starbucks tea. Not even that. It's just very minimal.
I have Ferrero Rocher, the chocolate ball.
Oh, love those.
Yeah,
Wow.
people always say I have the hairbands. I have it in the rider, and people always think it's weird. But yeah, my hair's long. Yeah, come on. Yeah.
The killer hair.
We had a tour manager once who, just to fuck with us, remember they put popcorn on our.
So we got popcorn on.
And I don't really like dry popcorn, dry salty popcorn that gets in between your teeth before you've got a gig. All of a sudden we started getting all of this popcorn. And we were like, why are we getting popcorn? And it's because someone in the office, they just added it for fun.
That's funny. It's a good joke. Good joke.
That is funny. Well, that's just to check if they've actually read through the rider and that you can be certain that all other things are taken care of as well, right? Sometimes.
True.
Exactly.
So I hate to disappoint you because I was asking this because, I was supposedly thinking of becoming a DJ duo with Afrojack. I am not really convinced in becoming a DJ duo after hearing all of
I know
you.
he's really good at Call of Duty Warzone. I play with him quite a bit, and for that, maybe that will change your mind.
A gaming duo, yeah. I've not been dipping into that. I've actually been super busy with, finishing tracks and whatnot. But maybe that's Late Night Luke doing a talk show. And so that's me just thanking all of you for sharing all of these wonderful stories and your insights. And thank you for, being here and sharing this.
Great.
Thanks, Luke.
We should do this again, guys.
Yeah, that would be great.
I miss all of you so much.
So much.
Same here.
Miss you too.
We miss you too.
Yeah, really hope we get to see you.
Yeah.
Have a nice beer in a beer garden somewhere this summer. That would be nice.
Yeah.
Mm.
Well,
Sounds good.
All right. Well, stay safe, everyone. Great seeing you. And hopefully see you soon.
Thanks for
Stay
having
safe.
us.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you, guys.
Apologies.
Thanks, Luke.
That's all good. Bye-bye.
Stay safe, everyone. Wash your
Stay safe.
hands.
Bye.
I'm rocking with the best.
Late Night Luke.